Dear students, in the last class we have learned about matter. We know that everything around us is made of matter. The air we inhale, the books you read and the toys you play with, everything is made up of matter. And we know that matter exists in three different states, namely solid, liquid and gas. Does matter can change from one state to another? Yes. Matter can change from one state to another. Ice is a solid form of matter. If ice is heated, it changes into water, a liquid form. If water is heated, it changes into steam, a gas. So, matter can change from one state to another. So, today let us learn about change of state. Change of state.
So, let us learn about change of state. The process of change from one state to another state, either by the absorption or rejection of heat at a constant temperature, is called the change of state. We know that a matter exists in three different states, namely the solid, liquid and gas. Here you can see the diagram that represent the change of state. Now we can learn about each change of state in detail. First one is melting. When a solid is heated, it changes into its liquid at a fixed temperature. This process is called melting. So, when a solid is heated, it changes into liquid at a fixed temperature and the process is called melting. We know that ice is a solid form of matter. If ice is heated, it changes to water, a liquid. That process is known as. Next one is freezing or fusion. The liquid freezes into solid at the same fixed temperature. This process is known as freezing or fusion. So, when a liquid is cooled, it freezes into solid at the same fixed temperature. That process is freezing or fusion. It is also known as solidification. Now, the next one is vaporization. When a liquid is heated, it changes into its vapor or gas at a fixed temperature. This process is called boiling or vaporization. So, when a liquid is heated, it changes into vapor or gas at a fixed temperature and that process is known as boiling or vaporization. If water is heated, it changes to steam. That is an example for vaporization. The next one is condensation. The reverse happens when this vapor is cooled. The vapor condenses into liquid at the same fixed temperature. That process is known as condensation. Next one is sublimation. In some cases, a solid on heating directly changes to its gas without changing into the liquid. This process is called sublimation. Examples are camphor, iodine. In that cases, solid on heating directly changes into gas. Solid on heating directly changes into gas. That process is known as sublimation. In the reverse process, the gas on being cooled directly changes into the solid. That process is known as deposition. The gas on being cooled directly changes into solid. That process is known as deposition. Now we can discuss each change of state in detail. First one is melting. When a solid is heated, it changes into its liquid at a fixed temperature and that process is known as melting. The temperature at which solid changes into the liquid without further increase in temperature is called the melting point of solid. For example, ice. We know that ice is a solid form of matter. Ice at 0 degrees Celsius melts to form water at 0 degrees Celsius by the absorption of heat. That is an example for melt. Next one is freezing or fusion. We know that the change from the liquid state to the solid state on cooling at a fixed temperature is called freezing or fusion, and the temperature at which liquid changes into the solid without further decrease in temperature is known as the freezing or fusion point of the liquid. For example, water is a liquid form. Water at 0 degrees Celsius freezes to form ice at 0 degrees Celsius by rejecting heat. That is an example for freezing or fusion. Now we can discuss about the explanation of melting by molecular model. In the previous class, we have learned about molecular model. We know that molecular model represent the arrangement of molecules. Here you can see the picture that shows the molecular arrangement in solid. We know that in a solid, the molecules are closely packed. That is, they have less intermolecular spacing. And we know that the molecules can only vibrate about their mean positions because they are so closely packed. In this picture, we can see that all these molecules are closely packed, so they cannot change their position. If we consider this molecule can only vibrate about their mean position, but this molecule cannot change its position, so they vibrate about their mean position. So these molecules have small kinetic energy, but they have a larger molecular force of attraction amongst them. These molecules have large intermolecular force among them because these molecules are very close to each other. So they have large intermolecular force between them. But on heating a solid, the kinetic energy of molecules increases, due to which they begin to vibrate more violently. If you heat a solid, the kinetic energy of these molecules will increase. So due to that, the molecules will begin to vibrate more violently at a particular temperature called the melting point. At a particular temperature called the melting point, the molecules acquire sufficient kinetic energy to become far separated from each other by overcoming the forces of attraction. So at a particular temperature known as the melting point, the molecules will get sufficient kinetic energy. So they will become far separated from each other and by overcoming the forces of attraction. So they will be far separated from each other. So they can become free to move within the substance. So they will be able to move free within the substance. This is the state of substance become liquid. So that is the state of substance becomes liquid. So this is the explanation of melting by molecular model. So in solid, the molecules are closely packed. They have less intermolecular spacing, so they can only vibrate about their mean position. But on heating a solid, the kinetic energy will increase. So they will begin to vibrate more violently, and at a particular temperature known as the melting point, they will acquire sufficient kinetic energy and they will be far separated from each other and they will be able to move free within the substance, and that state of substance is known as liquid. So at that state, the substance changes into liquid form. Now we can learn about vaporization or boiling. The change from the liquid state to the gaseous or vapor state on heating at a constant temperature is called vaporization or boiling, and the temperature at which the liquid changes into the vapor without further increase in temperature is called the boiling point of the liquid. An example is water. We know that water is a liquid form of matter. Water at 100 degrees Celsius changes to steam, that is gas, at 100 degrees Celsius by absorption of heat. So the change from the liquid state to the gaseous state, also known as a vapor state, on heating at a constant temperature is known as the vaporization or. Now the next one is condensation. We know that the change from the vapor state to the liquid state at a constant temperature on rejecting heat or on cooling is called condensation, and the temperature at which the vapor changes into the liquid without further decrease in temperature is called the condensation point of the vapor. An example is steam. Steam is a gas, and steam at 100 degrees Celsius condenses to water, that is liquid form, at 100 degrees Celsius on cooling or by rejecting heat. So example is steam at 100 degrees Celsius condenses to water at 100 degrees Celsius on cooling. So the change from the vapor state to the liquid state on rejecting heat is known as condensation. Now we can learn about the explanation of vaporization by molecular model. Here you can see the picture that shows the molecular arrangement in liquid. We know that in a liquid, the molecules move in all directions but within the boundary of the liquid. Here you can see that between the molecules there is a small intermolecular spacing. Between each molecule there is a small intermolecular spacing. So the molecules can move in all directions, but they can move only within this boundary. They cannot move away from this boundary. They can move only within this boundary of the liquid. So they exert small forces of attraction on each other. So they have low kinetic energy. They exert small force of attraction on each other and they have low kinetic energy. On heating a liquid, the average kinetic energy of molecules of liquid increases. If we heat the liquid, the average kinetic energy of molecules of the liquid will increase, and at a particular temperature the molecules will acquire sufficient kinetic energy to overcome the forces of attraction between themselves, and they become free to leave liquid surface. So at a sufficient temperature they will acquire sufficient kinetic energy and they become free to move within the liquid surface, and that process is called vaporization. So thus a liquid changes into the vapor at a particular temperature by the absorption of heat energy.
So today we have learned about change of state. What is change of state? The process of change from one state to another either by the absorption or rejection of heat at a constant temperature is called change of state. And we have discussed different change of state. Which are they? The first one is melting. What is melting? When a solid is heated, it changes into its liquid at a fixed temperature. This process is called melting. And next one is freezing or fusion. The liquid freezes into solid at the same fixed temperature. That process is called freezing or fusion. Next, vaporization. When a liquid is heated, it changes into its vapor or gas at a fixed temperature. The process is known as boiling or vaporization. Next, we discussed about condensation. The vapor condenses into liquid at the same fixed temperature. That is known as condensation. Next, sublimation. In some cases, like camphor, iodine, a solid on heating directly changes to its gas without changing into liquid. The process is called sublimation. Finally, we discussed about deposition. What is deposition? The gas on being cooled directly changes into the solid. The process is called deposition. So, today we have learned about change of state. I hope this is clear for you. We will see in the next class. Thank you.